G'day and welcome to this week's episode of the Harley Roadshow. Glad to have you back on board again. So a lot of you have been asking me about how I use my cameras, how I mount them on my motorbike, all that sort of stuff. So I thought I'd do a couple of videos to maybe help a few people out to see if it helps them. So I'll start by showing you what sort of gear I use. So I use these Jaws clips, which are really good. They're flexible, easy to use. I can put them anywhere on the motorbike I like. These clamps are really strong. Anywhere you've got a bar or somewhere you can clamp onto, fantastic. The other thing I use is this nice little suction cup. Okay, so same thing, camera mounts on there, press it down, you put on like tour bags, all that sort of stuff. And the third one I use is this little extender, which I find is really good. It comes out nice and long. The best thing about it is you can undo this here, pop it out, screw it back in, okay, and that becomes a tripod as well. So very handy. Once this collapses back down again, you can put it on the ground as your, as a stationary point to film from. So they're the three things I use. The GoPros I use are GoPro Hero 7 Black. I find they're a great little thing, and I'll do a couple more videos on how to get the best out of them coming up. But yeah, that's my mounts. That's what I do. So now I'll move on to show you exactly where I put them on the bike and what I get out of that. Now it's all about getting some decent angles, to make your videos look interesting, as far as I'm concerned. So that shot I get where it's looking down the front wheel. Okay, what I do with that one is it mounts on my highway peg. Okay, points that direction down there. That way you get the front, the fender, the wheel looking down the road. It's a great, a nice low perspective. I love that shot. Now the other thing, being mounted here, what you can do is quickly as I'm riding, I can quickly spin it around, get that shot down towards the back of the bike. Gets the cars from behind, the traffic, all that sort of stuff. Sometimes you get a really good, cool shot. Once you've overtaken a car, when you come back in, you get that shot where you're going past the car, which is really cool. The other shot I like to do in a really good angle is you flip this upside down and it points back up here, okay? And what that does then is it gives you that really nice shot that I like, where it's you're putting your foot on the brake, so it's a bit of an action shot. The other cool shot you can get from this mounting point is to point it back up towards yourself, the rider, or you can pull it up towards the pillion. That's a really cool angle as well, especially if you've got trees overhead and stuff. As you're going along, you get the nice canopy above your head with the sunlight coming through. That can be a really cool shot as well. Now look, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's a bit of mucking around, trying to get all the camera angles right, and look, it can be time consuming, but I think at the end of the day, you're looking for the best result possible, the most interesting video possible. What you want to do is you want to try and get the video to skip along. So I try and give it, 5 seconds for each different angle, between 3 and 5 seconds, and you're constantly sort of changing the angles to keep people interested. So it can be a bit of mucking around, but I think it's well worthwhile, with the end result. Now another spot I've got is here. Again, facing down that way is a cool shot. Again, you can put it, bend it down that way, and that's why these mounts are so good. They're just, you can move them where you want. The other look I like is to mount it down here. Okay, which then that gives you that whole look, straight down the exhaust system, right down to the front of the bike. It's a really cool angle. Now that other angle that I get, which the one is when I talk to you guys, okay, facing back towards me, that's just mounted on the handlebars here. Now a few of you have asked me about why I don't get much wind noise and stuff. I think the main reason is because it's hidden behind the windshield here. But in the coming videos, I'll show you there's actual windsock that goes over the whole GoPro, which will cut a lot of your wind noise out if you want to mount it without a windscreen. But that, and also when I use this mount here and this shot, I shoot that in linear, okay, which is a more natural sort of look. It's it's not the big wide fisheye angle. It's that narrower, more natural way to talk to you guys. Now the one moving forward, I just got to put my jacket on and I'll show you how I use that. Now that other angle where I'm shooting forward, and facing the windshield, and I'll get the look of the the clutch working and the brake levers, all that sort of stuff. Just take the same camera, pop it in my jacket, okay, like that. And what that does is it gives you a great view. It's almost the perfect level, and the beauty of it is I can actually see the screen from here. I also have my phone set up here with the GoPro app on it, and that I can actually check what view I'm getting from that GoPro app. That's really handy as well. So if you haven't got that, get it. But this here is great. I can see what I'm shooting. Again, the microphone picks it up beautifully because you have two stereo mics, one here and one here. Okay, so the vocal's always good. Great view, and if you want to, you want to bring it out. You want to do, a shot like, like that as you're riding along. You can move it along, or I can, if I see something up in the distance, I can quickly put it up. Just a really, really easy way of shooting. Look, that's my setup, guys. So now we've got all our angles. I'll put it all together, edit it, and this is what you end up with. Through this far, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you like what you've seen. Look, you don't have to use all those angles. Like I said, I only use 2 cameras, so it's a bit of moving things around. But look, try and use them, 1 or 2 of those angles in your next video, and see if it makes it a bit more interesting. It's all about producing, as far as I'm concerned, the best product for the consumer that you possibly can, and this sort of stuff helps it. So again, thanks for watching. Give us a big thumbs up. See you next time on the Harley Roadshow. Cheers.